I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you're going to know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
All right. Welcome. We are talking married to struggling today. Oops, I'm sorry. Married to medicine today. Oh, this is going to be one of those ones. But first of all, let me just welcome everybody. If you're tuned in from Facebook, we want to welcome you. Thank you, Facebook. We've started to loop you in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Twitter, those of you that are on X, and also thank you for those of you that are on YouTube. Now, check it out. We got a level set. We don't normally go live over here publicly on YouTube on Fridays. But Married to Medicine has been so damn good. I didn't want to wait another day. I was like, I got to get this off my chest. So I got to get this off my chest, right? I'm going to be talking about, I think, 2 episodes. And then I'm going to have to leave the other one for another day. But baby, first of all, when Quad, I think it was Quad, when she had her talk with Giselle, and you remember how she told Giselle, she had to check Giselle and all of that, and read Giselle and said, listen, Married to Medicine is outperforming the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Married to Medicine is also outperforming the Real Housewives of Potomac. And that may be true, because Quad's thing was numbers don't lie. Okay, that may be true, but I'm wondering if there's like a disconnect with the audience, because even if the numbers are numbering, I don't know, like we don't have a bunch of people talking about Married to Medicine like that. People are talking, but then it's not really being, y'all get what I'm saying? I just don't see a lot of content creators talking about it. Thank you, AC. AC said this season has been good. It has been. And as I'm watching, I would have thought that more people would be talking about it, but it's not. So, Kwa, you make a point. On a technicality, you're right. The numbers may be winning, but it's something about the promotion. I don't know if Bravo, I don't know what the hell is going on, but a lot of people are not talking about it. Let me just say that. You said maybe it's a different audience that doesn't really engage with the social media aspect. You might be right. That would be interesting. Bravo, can you show us the data? Can you show us like the demographics of what you pull? Who watches this show? I need to know. I want to know, because I wouldn't be shocked if a number of men pull up and watch it, because I love the men on this cast. I like when the men get together and have their cigars and their whiskey and they eat their food and do their steak and all of that. And there's a good mix of that. It's not overpowering like Carlos, like you be doing. Okay. But it's a good mix. We get to see them every now and then it's back to the lady. But Bravo, if you can, I would love to see what your data is showing for who. Yeah, a poll. Thank you. We want to know who's watching the show and how come they're not. I don't know. It's a disconnect somewhere. But Quad said the numbers are numbering. So, damn, this season of Married to Medicine is good. It's really good. Now, today, y'all better go ahead, pull up a seat. You might want to get a cocktail if you're already off. Listen, if you're already off for the winter storm, I'm about to blow your minds. I'm going to go ahead and apologize to you ahead of time, Quad. I'm going to apologize to you ahead of time because I'm going to be really hard on you today. But it's from a place of love. It's from a place of concern. Oh, yes. Quad, something feels off with Quad and King. And not just them. There's a few things that are off with a few of these couples. But the dominant one is Quad and King. Oh, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. Okay, Mr. Hold on. Now, you know I'll mess up a name now. Hold on, let me practice. Alexander. Mr. Lesh Alexander, LaShawn Alexander says, a man here, hello, that watches the show since the beginning. All right, see, we got men that really enjoy the show. Let me give you a round of applause. Thank you for popping your head out. We appreciate it. Hold on now. I love it. Y'all, we are growing over here with the men. I think the men enjoy how we do content over here and how we talk shit over here. And they're like, you know what? Let me go see what that lady over there talking about in a place called the Palace. Well, you are welcome, guys. You are welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I'm apologize in advance. Quad, you going out real bad. You are going out real bad. Oh, y'all may not like this, but I don't give a damn. I'm going to say what I got to say today. I'm going to say what I got to say today. Damn. I almost feel bad about saying it. Mr. Lesh, thank you, Mr. Lesh. He said, you're welcome and love your channel and commentary. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, go ahead and buckle up your seatbelt. You might change your mind after this, child. Okay, Somali says she been caught on that something's been going on between King and Quad. Y'all, are y'all ready? LaShawn, I got it. I got it. All right, go ahead. Now, don't be drinking if you at work, because I don't want your job calling me and saying, excuse me, are you Queen Sheba? Yes, I am. We would like to put some time on your calendar to talk about you encouraging our employees to drink while on the clock. Don't do that. Wait till you get home. Wait till you get home. Now, if them people didn't let you go from the office early and you, what? I don't even know what that is. And you're at home and you say, you know what, I'm going to get this winter storm party started early, then you can do that. But if you're on the clock at them people job, don't do that. Don't do that. Because first of all, I'm going to say, ma'am, Miss HR, Miss HR, yes. First of all, go back to the 8-minute mark on Married but Struggling, and you can hear me distinctively tell your employee not to drink if they're at work.
I don't want to talk about it.
You just said I'm gonna talk about it.
I get angry. I don't want
to. Sky J say everybody should be headed home right now for this winter storm. All right, so we finna get started. Here we go. Angel can go. I told y'all I'm gonna go in the most beautiful way. Angel can go. Angel's a pretty face, beautiful body, all of that. Angel can go. Angel brings nothing to the show, and I like Angel. That's why I gotta be honest with you. I gotta be honest with you, Angel. I think Angel would be a better fit for Wags. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I told you to get a glass of wine. Angel would be a better fit for Wags. Angel is boring. We don't need her. Bravo. We don't need her. It's just like that extra thing that you picked up at TJ Maxx and you're trying to figure out where to put it. Take it back. Get your money back. Send Angel home. Thank you, Corey. Corey says, send Corey. Corey say, no, it's Corey. Corey said, Corey. I will tear your name up over here. Corey said, Corey. Corey says, send Angel home, please, today. What you mean on her level? I said, who is true? Hold on now, Toot. Are you trying to elevate Angel in real time? Are you saying that Angel is above? You're going to have to explain yourself in the chat. Thank you. That's my moderator, y'all. That's my moderator. Send her home. She's beautiful. She can dress. I like the little blue outfit she had on when she went to go make them purses. But other than that, it's like watching paint dry. Nope. We can do without her. Contessa, send her home. We don't need her. I like her. She's beautiful. But I don't really know if she's having like a midlife crisis? Because every time we turn on our television, you dress like you going to Saturday Night Fever or you going to the prom. Contessa has not landed this season. It's just, why are you here? At this point, we're doing them a favor by putting money in their pockets. Send them home. That's all I'm saying. Contessa overcorrected because she had a harsh season her last season, and how she fell out and crashed the fuck out as a doctor. So she's overcorrecting. I don't like it. Send her home. Her fashion is off. It's not hitting. It's not landing. She's getting too skinny for my taste. Her face is kind of shrinking. And when she went to Heavenly's or Quad's house or whoever's house and they were eating those snacks and she had on that red dress, something is off. Whatever you're going through, we want you to go through it off camera. I don't need to see you dwindle away on camera. Don't let that man do that to you. I think Scott has you stressed out. At first, I thought a part of it was, she got into the fitness thing. She started counting her macronutrients and her carbs and protein and all of that. But now I think it's stress. I can see it all in your face. Okay. And you playing it safe. She does dress like she's going to the prom every freaking episode. Okay. That's it. Contessa, I'll probably not talk about her anymore. Maybe one or two sentences. I love the idea of the mac and cheese contest. That was very creative. All right, Heavenly, you put a little thought into one of your events. Why are y'all saying y'all can't hear me? Let's do a mic check. Mic check 1, 2, 3. If you can't hear, you need to leave and come back in. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Thank you. All right. So then it's your device. So y'all got to leave and come back in. All right. Let's continue. Y'all done got me off now. I'm going to stay out the comments. Let me continue. I love the idea of the macaroni and cheese. I love the idea of the family reunion. I thought that was so playa the way they did it. Even though it was Heavenly's family reunion, all of the other families got to come in their color scheme. Same logo, but different colorful t-shirts. I thought that was brilliant. I thought it was an excellent display of Black excellence. I loved it. It was positive. It was just good. It was good. I liked it. The kids were involved. The what do y'all call it? When you have other family members, secondary family members were involved. It was just good. And Heavenly, that was good. You did a good job with that. Okay. You did a really good job with that. I really would have liked to have tried some of that macaroni. It looked like they all did a really good job. So I like how it brought the families together in the kitchen and all of that. All right. Y'all ready? All right. I said the positive. Now, before we get into it, here's what I noticed. In the coupleships, in the couple relationships, most of the women are the primary breadwinners. And the men get to move about the cabin freely, with the exception of Dr. Eugene and Dr. Damon. Watch this. Toya earns more than Eugene. We didn't know that. See, we were talking crap about Toya and Eugene, but we didn't know until recently that she out-earns her husband. But here's the thing. He still goes to work. I think Heavenly and Damon, they probably contribute to their house equally. And even if Heavenly is the primary breadwinner, Damon still goes to work. The other guys, I feel, may have a little bit of resentment regarding their women bringing home the bacon and the bulk of the money and being able to call the shots. Listen. He who earns the most typically sets the pace in the relationship. Here I go. Dr. Jackie is the primary breadwinner in her house. Mimi is the primary breadwinner in her home. Toya is the primary breadwinner in her home. Contessa is the primary breadwinner in her home. Quad is the primary breadwinner in her home. Angel is the primary breadwinner in her home. Curtis has definitely punished Jackie, in my opinion, because he denied her the rite of passage to have a child after she beat breast cancer 2 times. I'm going somewhere with this. When she got off of that, he wouldn't allow his wife to adopt. That's passive aggressive. That's passive aggressive behavior. That's why I said some of the men seem to resent the women for being high earners. Can I continue? All right. Cecil is definitely punishing Simone for being a top earner because he's expecting her to sacrifice her well-being for her sons to get to the top. She said she can't even think about retirement because they are spending so much money. Her money. Her husband decided to quit his good old corporate job. And I'm about to argue with some of y'all because y'all had the audacity to talk shit in my chat a couple of weeks ago when I said she is the primary. No, that was on Instagram. I take it back. I take it back. We good over here. My bad. Right message, wrong audience. My bad. I come asking for your forgiveness. Anywho, yeah, they had the nerves to curse me out in the chat a few weeks ago because I said, Cecil, you're talking about all of this for your sons on one income that's coming to your household, and it's not your income. Oh, they read me for filth, told me I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And Cecil is a realtor, and he's a top performing realtor, and he sells this and he sells that. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Simone said she is the primary breadwinner. The success of the family is off of her back and her going to work. So boom, I knew what the hell I was talking about. Anywho, he wants her to sacrifice her mental health and her well-being so that his sons can continue. Because you know that young son spent $60,000 on a credit card. And then when his mom confronted him about it, this mofo had the nerve to say, well, white kids get to do it. See, I'm going to leave that there. It's almost like Cecil enjoys the benefit of her being a primary breadwinner because he gets to move freely about the cabin. But it's also like he's mad about her not being there to spend time with him. Mimi's husband enjoys the benefit from her being a primary breadwinner because he's the COO. That's the chief operations officer in her mental health company, her mental health facility. Now, what has he done in a mental health field to be able to get a corner office in the title of COO? And when she walked through there, he wasn't even at work. He comes and goes as he pleases, and his wife is his boss, but he didn't ask permission. She didn't even know where he was. So he enjoys the benefit of his wife being the primary breadwinner. I think Cecil loves Simone, but I think he takes her for granted. No, he's not in the NFL no more. He the COO, girl. He the COO of a mental health facility. He get to come and go as he please, honey. When his boss went to go check on him, he wasn't even there. Didn't even tell his boss he was taking off for the day. But we'll come back to that. Yeah, I think Cecil loves Simone, but I think he's taking her for granted. Simone, I think he's gotten comfortable. I do feel that whatever's going on with Cecil and Simone, it can be fixed. But I don't want her to have to suffer. That's it. She says she's been suffering for 3 years, that the men in her home have ganged up against her. Now, let me run down the couples a little bit for you real quick, and then we're going to veer off. Okay? So, Heavenly and Damon have been married the longest, but listen to this, but they're not the strongest couple. They're not the realest couple. They've been married the longest, but they're not the strongest. There are two real couples on this show. Here they go. Toya and Eugene, Simone and Cecil, period. I said what I said. Contessa and Scott, they're not doing well. They're pretending, but you can see it all in her face and you can see it in her body. You can see it in her face and you can see it in her body. Women wear their pain differently than men wear theirs. Okay? That's it. That's all. I don't think Scott pours into Contessa because Contessa threw herself a $40,000 birthday party and bitched and complained about how her husband has never done nothing nice for her. And when the women became curious and wanted to speak to it a little bit more, she grew defensive because she realized, oh shit, I'm doing what I did the last time. Let me clean it up real quick. Spent $40,000, a grown woman, to gaslight her husband on national television because that's exactly what it was. I'm going to throw myself a party and then I'm going to gaslight the hell out of you. Hold on, where's production? Where's the right camera? Oh, there it is. Yeah, he's never done anything nice for me. And I've always wanted a birthday party, so I threw myself a party. Not y'all at my party talking about my husband. Oh, yeah, that was a good setup. That was a good setup. Reverse psychology. A little abusive, passive aggressive, and he may not pour into her and he may treat her like crap. But what's the rule? The rule is if you stay, you better play. We say that every Wednesday on our corporate segments. If you choose to stay, you better play. So don't stay and then bitch about it. That's all I'm saying. So I don't think he's pouring into her. Now, here's the thing. Mimi and Steve. Mimi and Steve are perfect on paper. They're perfect on camera. They say all the right things. They do all of the right things. But Mimi seems tired. She seems really stressed. So if y'all are perfect and Steve is pulling his part and helping with the kids, what's causing Mimi to be so tired and unbalanced and stressed? Something's off. What? I'm not sure. In order for us to really get to know Mimi and Steve, Bravo would have to leave them there for a couple of years. Those type of couples, it's hard to really pin down what's going on because they can hide it and they have hidden it so well. So it'll take about, I'm going to say about their third or fourth year for us to see where there's cracks in the foundation, right? To really, because this is reality television. And right now we're not even scratching the surface of Mimi and Steve's reality outside of them talking about their son. Their son is one thing. Their relationship is another. Are y'all following? Let me say it again, ladies. Your children are one thing. Your marriage is another. And a lot of times women weave the children into the relationship with the husband. And when the kids leave, so does the marriage. Uh-oh, here we go. Queen Sheba on some bullshit today. That's why Nick, I was talking. See, Nick, I saw your comment. You said their son. I'm talking about the marriage, not the son. What's up? Because if Steve, again, I'll say it, if what you present on camera is the truth about Steve really helping, why are you so tired? See, if you're attending to Savannah and he's attending to Stevie, that's a perfect balance. It's two parents, two children. Steve is a big guy. He can handle Stevie. At least he does on television. He picks him up. He gets him. It's perfect. It's perfect. But what's really going on? Because Mimi is spent. Mimi is tired. So Steve, I'm just going to be watching and see how this plays out. Jackie, poor Jackie. Jackie is probably the best doctor on this show. Jackie is probably the best doctor on the show. Have y'all noticed Dr. Jackie has changed over the years? Watch me. I feel like she's been devoured, mind, body, and spirit by Curtis. I feel like Dr. Jackie has just given up and surrendered. So the light that she used to have in her eyes, she don't really have that no more. She just kind of sit back in the cut. Curtis then chewed her up and spit her out. Now, don't get it twisted. I think Dr. Jackie, she lights up when she's in her office, when she's with her patients. That's where she thrives. But I feel like Curtis then chipped away at that lady's soul. To beat breast cancer 2 times, that's something that should be celebrated. A lot. Ain't no way in hell he should be going to the Dominican Republic by himself. Ain't no way in hell you should have denied your wife the ability to have a child just because you got a freaking child. That's crazy to me. And she's a doctor, a surgeon, a breadwinner, a millionaire. Oh, okay. At this point, I think Dr. Jackie's just married just to be married because she's a boomer. That's what they're supposed to do. The man cheated. I'm going to take him back. That's what they're supposed to do. I'm going to keep myself in shape. I'm going to say and do all of the right things. I'm going to go to my parties because that's what we're supposed to say and do. But your eyes, your smile doesn't reach your eyes. So anywho, Dr. Jackie, I kind of feel bad for her. Now we're going to get to Quad and King. We're going to really talk about them later, but let me say this. Toya and Eugene, I feel like they got something special. It's not perfect, but what they have belongs to them. Let me say it again. They're so real that it makes everybody else uncomfortable because sometimes it seems so disrespectful. See, everybody else does their shit behind closed doors. And then when the cameras come on, that's why Toya say, oh, y'all some fake, and she called them bees. Y'all don't even talk the same way around your husbands. When they leave, y'all have fun. When they come back in, y'all be quiet. But when they leave, like Debo, y'all be talking again. Yeah, y'all be talking again. I'm going to get on that. I want to go to Toya and Angel. Was Toya wrong to call out Angel? Probably. Probably. But they're not good friends. Did Toya break girl code by walking up to that man and saying, did you know she wanted me to hook her up? Probably. If we just look at it from Angel's perspective. But Angel, also, you playing games too. You playing in her face. Because you did ask her to hook you up on camera. And then you had the nerve to bring a man on camera to film with you on a reality show. So Toya, this is called Married to Medicine. So Toya called your bluff. Toya don't owe Angel anything. If Angel don't want to be called out, then she needs to leave the show. If Angel wants to be Christian, then she needs to stay at church. Period. I don't think Toya was wrong, but I'm going to just kind of say what y'all think I should be saying for a quick second. I don't think she was wrong. You brought him on camera. You want to protect him? Keep him off the camera. And that's another thing. I don't understand these single girls that are so desperate in reality television. Angel, Quad. That they're giving these men these opportunities without them having, hey, do you bring your man to work? Y'all, it's reality television, but it's still work. How many of you have brought your man to work? Y'all, they just putting these men on the screen. These men, they're not committed to them. They're just putting them on the screen, hoping for a commitment. You lining them up in front of thousands of women that watch the show. He ain't got to never commit to you. Too many, you didn't put him on. It's almost like you didn't put him in us. He gets to choose whatever he wants. If that's not the dumbest thing I've seen happen, you gonna give a man a primetime spot on a show called Married to Medicine. Oh, I'm finna really go in. And then tell Toya, Angel's playing games. She can go. Toya was wrong, but Angel is playing game. She's running game. Angel's playing Miss Goody Two Shoes. And Angel reminds me of Angel. I think that went over. Angel reminds me of Angel, the one from the Real Housewives of Potomac. Oh, yeah. Remember the one Angel from the Real Housewives of Potomac was dating. She's a wag. Okay. And she's married to an ex-NFL player, former NFL player. But the competition is stiff in the wag groups. You see what I'm saying? When you want to date a rapper, an athlete, and all of that, it's not good enough to be pretty no more. It's not good enough to be smart no more. I'm going to break it down. So the Angel from the Real Housewives of Potomac figured out the game. What she did to secure her spot after 5 months of dating, she said, let me take you on a trip to Jamaica. Normally, it's the men that'll take the lady on a trip, but she said, let me take you on a trip. She said, oh, he loved that. He loved that because so many people use him for money. And I was the first girl to ever offer a trip. So that's why he fell for me. No, you ran game. Because allegedly you didn't have it. And allegedly they say you stole it out of his account. But okay, that's neither here nor there because you said that you didn't steal it out of his account. But okay. So the Angel on this show, let me tell you what she's doing. This Angel probably realizes that she has to switch it up. Because you got to remember, this Angel was a basketball wife, a wag, had a baby by an athlete. And when she came on the show, they say, how come you're single? Oh, I just pick bad all the time. You mean you can't pick nobody right? And you're steady picking wrong after 2 children? Okay, girl, quit playing with me. Let me tell you what's going on. She recognized the game. This Angel, on Married to Medicine, she realized that, listen, I got to switch it up. Because everybody's beautiful. Everybody's smart. I can't even talk about having money no more. These girls got money now. You know what I'm going to do? And I'm not saying she ain't a Christian, but I'm going to go the Christian route in the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. That's what I'm going to do.
There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Oh, yeah. Just like Angel from the Real Housewives of Potomac went the money route. Let me take you on a trip. This one is let me introduce you to Jesus. So watch this. She's saying all of the right stuff. She doing all of the right stuff. But low key, she still got a wag mentality. You still got a wag mentality. You want a doctor, but it's not Christian and nice to say that on camera. So you said, oh, it doesn't matter if he's a doctor. You a lie. But now you're playing a Christian role. I'm not saying she's not, but that's what you leading with. So you can't say that. Now you can't say that. You can't say that on camera because it don't sound right. But if you were truly a Christian, would not the Christian thing have been to tell Toya that you already got a man, you're already dating somebody, and you've been in a situationship with him on and off for the past 10 years? The man said that y'all been dating for 10 years on and off. Now, that's all I want to say. Quit playing with us. Wag. Quit playing with us, wag. But I get it. You had your boobies. You had your titties all out. Sister Angel. Beloved. Now, that's not very Christian-like to have your titties out like that. Wag.
There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors.
They were shocked. Why her titties out? When she's selling scrubs. Oh, okay. Y'all can let Angel play with y'all if you want to. Wag. Anywho, I hope that helps. Let me go to Mimi. So I love Mimi's story as a wife. I like seeing Mimi with her family. Listen, let me tell you something. Lil Stevie is wearing her ass out. He is wearing her out, and it's real. And for me, I can relate. Like I said, my brother was autistic, and there are different versions of it. Some of them do tear up shit. He had a friend that will bust your TV out in a minute. And as they grow up, they get stronger. So I knew what she said when she said, I'm not going to bring him to your house to tear up your shit. We didn't have to replace TVs. That is so true. But Stevie is giving her a run for her money. But I like, and I'm laughing because it's her child. She said it, right? But I like to see Mimi in mommy mode. Thank you, Sassy Libra, for the 10-piece and a pepper. You said, Queen, you are a mess today. Listen, ain't he wearing her out? Huh? She put them chips on that napkin. He reached for the bag. He reached for that bag. You eat the chips on the napkin. Listen, Mimi is stressed out, but I love, for some reason, her role with her family comes across the camera really good. I like her as a wife, and I like her as a mom. I don't know how I feel about her filming with the other ladies. Something, when she does that, something isn't coming across, and I can't put my finger on it yet. And I'm trying to figure out. But it's something with her and her husband too. And I don't want Mimi to come in feeling like she has to be perfect, because she is likable. She just needs to figure out, are you going to be yourself, or are you going to be a different version of Mimi? Because we're pretty sharp as an audience. You can't trick us. If you decide to be yourself, you got to be your full-blown self, because you are kind of messy, Mimi. You are kind of messy, because you did pull Brandy to the side and try to get her to abandon ship with Toya. That's messy. But you just got to be messy. You can't, Mimi, one of them girls, and I'm going to think of the word. Mimi shines alone in her scenes with her family. And not all of them shine when they're with their family. It's crazy, right? But she does. But she don't really shine when she's with the other ladies. Is that enough for y'all to want her on the show? Should we give her another season? Where are y'all at with Mimi? She's a solo artist. Okay, you know what? You might be right, because she is a psychiatrist. You might be right. I feel like Steve, I love how her husband doesn't say the right things on TV. And I hope that's truly who he is. I do. I love how he supports her. He seems to be doing a good job with taking off the load or whatever she needs. And I keep thinking, I said, but she's saying something on camera, but it's coded. She's saying something, because she keeps bringing up about how tired she is. And I wonder if he's helping, but if he's the type that helps, he'll give her the world if she asks for it, but she has to ask. So sometimes it's those kind of relationships, right? Where the marriage is not bad. You just wish, women be wishing that a man could read their mind, and maybe he'll jump in and help, but she wants him to get to the point. I don't know, y'all. I'm just assuming, but something's, they got some stuff that they're working on. He seems genuine. He does. And I think he is. But she's still kind of low-key complaining. And I didn't understand what she was trying to say when she said, I sent Savannah to go be with my mom for a week because it's not fair to her. I get that. But she's saying something. So who's making Savannah do adult things? Like, who's making Savannah tend to her brother more? Is it him or is it Mimi? That's all I'm saying. She's saying something. You said, what is Steve's occupation? Steve's occupation, he works with Mimi in her practice. She's made him COO of her practice. He's the chief operations officer. So, yeah. That's it. Let me see. What else? Well, I wonder if she's resentful a little bit. So here's the thing, because a little bit of it, like, I'm like, but if you're so happy, like, what's the real complaint here? You're saying something. I'm sorry, you deserve better than this. I should be able to cook for you. I'm like, Mimi, you kind of being passive aggressive. You kind of being passive aggressive. You deserve better than this. And I should be a wife that should be in there cooking. Okay, Mimi, let me find out. You pulling an angel. If you don't like something your husband is doing, say it now before it gets it. Don't do it later. It'll be too late, like Simone. That's all I'm saying. Mimi and Brandy. I think I'm gonna come back to that. But you know what I think? I say Mimi is a baby Dr. Jackie. Mimi is Dr. Jackie, but a baby version of it. Ask for what you want. Because when y'all get older, like Curtis and Dr. Jackie, Steve gonna tell you no. So whatever you want, you better ask for it now, instead of just pretending to be this perfect wife when really you struggling and you need help. So I called her a baby Dr. Jackie. That's it. I love the conversation that the men had with Eugene. It was tough for Eugene to hear it. When they were saying, well, we really don't have the dynamic that you have with your wife. Basically, they're just saying your wife talked to you crazy publicly. She does. See, Eugene could have took the low-hanging fruit when it came to his wife, y'all, but he still supported his wife. That's why I say what they have is special. You never gonna catch him trashing his wife, ever, publicly. Now, he may say something different when he gets home, but publicly, he's not gonna trash his wife. He'll listen. So I love them. I love the men when they get together and they have a good time. Now look. Then they were getting haircuts, and it was the men, and it was King. Quad, I'm coming to you. King is tired. He used words like, I got to cater to her needs. I got to da-da-da-da. He's tired. He ain't even been in the game long. I don't even think they've been together but a year and a half. He's tired. Dr. Heavenly. She met her brother. I think that's probably one of the best things that could have happened to her, because even though she lost her son, not by death, but her son is like disconnecting from her. I say she must be doing something right, because the son is disconnecting, but then God brought your brother along. I said, Doctor, look at Dr. Heavenly. I'm not a huge fan, but she doing something right, because that'll give her time and attention to focus. She's very male-centered, right? I believe she's male-centered, but it gives her, now she gets to pour into somebody else. So I like it. I like that for Dr. Heavenly. She seemed to really enjoy her one-on-one with her brother. I thought it was a very positive scene, and I'm happy for her. Now I'm ready to move on. Now listen, Toya and Heavenly. I do feel like Dr. Heavenly was trying to trigger Toya. I think she meant ill will when she keeps talking about Toya's husband. But Toya, you gave her the gun. You handed her the ammunition, because when you were talking crap about your husband, she stored all of the data. See, your husband don't talk crap about you. And while you talked about your husband, you're never supposed to tell how your husband is or isn't performing in the bedroom. But Dr. Heavenly remembered it. Now, I'm sure you're probably not the best Eugene has ever had neither. But guess what? If he says that, then we would call him an asshole. Maybe you're not as good is what he's had, but he can't say that. You get what I'm saying? So, Heavenly does go for Eugene. And I don't like it. But Toya, you handed her the ammunition because you went for your husband. You've disrespected your husband. So you're teaching everybody else how to treat your husband. The difference between the other women and Heavenly is they got enough sense. Heavenly don't. Now, here's the thing. I know Heavenly is doing that shit on purpose. I believe that she a bona fide Scorpio. She's a dark Scorpio. I don't like her. I don't. Because she goes low when she don't have to. Don't let Heavenly fool you. And she's going to continue to pick with your husband. She meant that. I don't care if she said, I didn't mean that. Yes, she did. I'm telling you, she meant it. Keep that man's name out of your mouth, Heavenly, because You are talking about what she should or should not be doing on camera when it comes to her man. See, they're with the fake shit. Like Toya said, all of y'all are fake. You're only concerned when the cameras are on. She said, don't talk to your husband like that on camera. Girl, you are the last person to give anybody any damn, what do y'all call it, advice. Because come to find out, you're talking sweet about your husband on camera, but you a damn demon in your house. You a demon in your house. Your son ran away from home and never looked back and refuses to talk to you. That's crazy to me. Simone and Cecil. Simone is drowning. But they have a real marriage. They have a solid, it's solid. It's solid. If you look at their confessionals, they sit really close together. However, Cecil is dependent on her. Look, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. Start watching their confessional. He leans in a lot to her. Very doting, but he's dependent on her. If you watch Mimi in her confessionals, sometimes she leans away from her husband. A lot. And I was going to pull it up, but I don't want to get struck by Bravo because I've gotten struck by Bravo a few times. Watch Simone and Cecil, and then watch Mimi and Steve. Lately, Mimi's been leaning away and positioning her body away from Steve. Quad and King have completely separated on the couch. There's a gap between them. Oh my God. Thank you, Sky J. She said, you're right, Queen. Start looking at them confessionals. Mimi is leaning, y'all. I said, oh my God, she doesn't even realize she's leaning away from Steve. We'll find out in a few years. But Simone is drowning, but they're strong. I can't describe it, but they're having problems. I like how they involve their friends and family because it does take a village. Now, you can't be putting people in your business. Here's where y'all go wrong. Y'all start telling your coworkers, talking to people that don't like you. They talk to people they loved and trusted, people that have been there from the beginning. She called his brother to say, you better talk to your brother because I'm about to leave him. And she called her really good friend who she meets up with on a monthly basis to have lunch with. His brother came over. I love this. His brother came over and his brother just went through a divorce. And he's saying, you better listen to me. Because I thought I wanted a divorce. And it's kicking my ass that I let my wife go. I'm going through it. If your wife tells you she's hurting, you don't click up with your sons against your wife. You get yourself together and you always stand united with your wife. What are you doing? But Cecil is trying. So he's trying. He's a man with flaws, but he's trying. What else do I want to say about them? I feel like, but hold on. Let me say this. I do feel like Cecil has a little bit of machismo. Whereas where you put the man first, even if he doesn't realize it. And it could be subconscious, right? Because I don't like the fact that you want your wife to suffer so your sons can get to the top. Yeah, you're pushing your sons to the forefront over the well-being of your wife. He wants the men to win. That's what I mean, machismo. We sacrifice, you need to sacrifice for the boys. And this is why I said that. He said, yes, you may die. You very well may die before the boys can thank you. But so what? And that's when I was like, you a motherfucking lie. If it was me, you a motherfucking, I wish the fuck I would. And that's the only thing. Hell no. He said it. Y'all heard him. Cecil. You don't remember Cecil said that at the table. When they went over to her son's apartment. Thank you, lies and more lies. He sure did. He said, you might die. So what? Watch this. Let me tell you how disrespectful her boys are. Go back and watch the scene where they went to their college apartment and the boys called themselves cooking pasta or ordering pasta for their parents, did you see them pour that damn pasta in those aluminum foil things and they didn't take the stickers off? Did y'all see that? They didn't pull the stickers off. You know, when you cook a turkey and those big pans, those roasting pans, and you're supposed to take that sticker off with the glue. These mofos poured the pasta on top of the sticker.
I don't want to talk about it.
You just said I'm gonna talk about
Kill
it.
it. I get angry. I don't want to.
And he talk about sacrifice for them. You got me fucked up. Look, turn this off now. Don't put me on speakerphone if you're at work. I'm about to say some curse words in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got me fucked up if you think you finna spend $60,000 of my money and you don't have the fucking audacity to take the damn big ass sticker out before you pour the pasta on top, talking about you and what is doing for their kids. If you don't get your ass up out my face, you lazy. You lazy. Didn't even pull the damn sticker off. That's disgusting. That means you went to the grocery store. You bought that damn pan with all that dust on it, and you didn't wash it. You ain't finna be no damn millionaire. At least not anytime soon with that type of behavior. Didn't even wash it. That's disgusting. I ought to pull a clip. Can somebody pull? Listen. I ought to pull the clip and show y'all. Here we go. Simone, I feel like you're collateral damage in a man's world. The man's world is your house. The man's world is giving them access to your bank account, giving them access to your credit cards. Your son, with his narcissistic ass behavior, spent $60,000 on your credit card and then brought his ass on social media and told the world, and she still bought me my Tesla or my Jeep. Okay, Simone. Whatever. And then Simone, we cried for you. We rooted for you because you are a doctor. You are out here pouring into other people, helping other people give life. And you came back online talking about it's a family affair. Girl, if you don't quit playing with us, if you stay, you better play. You can't be tearing your husband apart, getting the sympathy from us as viewers, and then pushing out, don't worry about me and my family. Okay, Simone, now you gaslighting us. Which one is it? Is it a family affair or are you drowning? That's all I'm going to say. All right. Y'all ready? Quad and King, here we go. I want to apologize ahead of time. This is not going to be what you think. All right. So Quad is being selfish. And I feel like Quad is taking that man out of balance. I said what I said. You're going to run him off, Quad. You're about to run King off. And let me tell you why I said that. I feel like you are introducing the same behavior to King that you displayed with your previous husband, Dr. G. Quad's world. Everything is about Quad. Even in your previous marriage, everything was about what Quad wanted and what Quad did not want. And for me, I'm starting to see some of those same behaviors. Hold on. For me, let's be very clear. King is not her husband. He don't owe her a damn thing. I'll say it again for the people in the back. King is not her husband. He don't owe her a damn thing. What if a man asks you to have his baby without getting married to him? You would be offended. No, I'm for real. For those of you, he this and that. What if a man, after years saying, I don't want to marry, I just want you to have that baby. My dream was to always have a baby, and you already got kids. But I want you to give me a baby. That's what she's doing. It ain't no different if a man did it and asked for it from a woman. It's messed up. Now, I feel like Quad is trying to force that man to have a baby on TV. That's manipulation. He's damned if he do, and he's damned if he don't, because the camera's all up in his face. If he said yes, if he says no. If he says yes, he's a good dog. If he says no, he's a bad dog. But that's not her husband, y'all. And I think that's what y'all keep forgetting. The man is operating under pressure. In the criminal justice system, they call it duress. He don't want to be an asshole on camera. So he's tiptoeing around the issue, yet remains a gentleman. Now listen to me. He's still being a gentleman. But he don't want to be an asshole on camera. He doesn't want to annihilate her on camera. He don't want to stick it to her on camera. So he's trying to be a gentleman about it. Since you're going to force me to have a child with you on camera, since you're going to pressure me on camera, I guess I got to talk about it. But how can I handle this in the most delicate way? Because all of these women that are tuned in seem to forget I'm not your fucking husband. And if I say I don't want to have a baby with you, I'll become the biggest jerk in the history of reality television. So you're kind of forcing me on TV to go along with some shit that I feel like I got caught up in. Hold on, I'm coming. You keep saying it's your dream. The girl says it's always been my dream. Watch this. To have a baby. Well, that's not right. Quad. And I think King is looking for a way out. And I feel like once he figures the way out, he's going to leave. He is looking for a way out. I don't think he's trying to use her. If he wanted to use her, he would have moved in. He would have got her to put that house in his name, like Maurice did Kimi. I don't think he wants Quad as much as Quad wants him. If he wanted to use her, he could have. I think he enjoys his freedom. So now it's her dream. But he's trying to go Quad. And I'm not trying to shade Quad. I'm not trying to shade you, girl. I promise you. I'm not trying to do nothing like that. But you have put that man, you've propped him up in a position to be a husband. You are putting husband responsibilities on a man who is just your boyfriend. Overnight, the roles and the responsibility of the job have changed in real time. So fucking fast that the man is trying to figure out how to tell you no and has told you no a number of times in the most tender, sincere, masculine way that he can. Y'all say, I want a man that's going to understand me and be nice to me. He's being nice. He's saying no. But you are so used to toxicity and oops upside the head and arguing and fussing and fighting and screaming and yelling. He's telling you no. That's all I'm saying. Hold on. You put him, he went from a boyfriend last year to a husband and a father all at once. He hadn't even gotten through his 90-day probationary period. Now he flying fucking back and forth to Ghana. like a deer in headlights. And he's trying to reestablish control. And I kind of feel like this man is like, how in the hell did my life? It's almost like a drug. Well, shit, I started with a little bit of weed. Now I'm a full-blown meth head. How in the hell did I get here? Damn. You love bomb that man. You love bomb that man. And the man has realized that his life is no longer his life. And I think he's trying to regain his footing. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to do no more drugs. I don't want to go back to Ghana. Just give me a little weed. I don't want no more of that. This supposed to be one time. You said one time, and now we both addicted. How are we getting Ghana? I don't want to spend no more money on that. Well, you ain't got to spend it. I'll pay for it. No. I'm really not trying to shade you, but Quad, you going out real bad and sad. That's not what he signed up for. Yeah, y'all thought I was going to get on King today. Because women can be just as tricky and manipulative. That's not what he signed up for. What you did is I feel like Quad played herself. She overcommitted when she was talking crap last season on that reunion stage. And you were trying to get your lick back on your ex-husband. And King got caught in the crossfire. And King went along with it because he didn't want to, he would be a jerk if he's sitting there on a reunion. It was his first reunion. It's his first couples trip. You're picking fights. You doing all of this crazy stuff. He's going to support you. He damn near went to have a fist fight, right? His introduction on the show. You put the man in a position to have to defend you. He didn't know everything that was going on. He didn't hear all of the insults, but it didn't matter because at that point, he was a knight in shining armor. He read you to be this nice lady like Mariah said she did. And then boom, you flipped the script. Sounds familiar? Watch this. You put the man in a very awkward situation on more than one occasion. He runs to save the day. And I'm pretty sure this is probably what happened. I think King got caught in the crossfire. He's hearing all of this. It's coming at him in real time. But at the same time, he's on the honeymoon phase with her. They're going all across the world. He's getting to know her off camera, but not seeing how this shit is being replayed in real time. Once the episodes and the seasons roll out. And then now he's really hearing and seeing this stuff for himself. And I think he went along with it at first. I don't know if he got cold feet. I think once he saw her in action, he didn't like it. When he got to watch it, when we watched it, he didn't like it. And I think at that point, he probably was like, I don't think I want to have a kid with her. That's what I think. He's still an African man. I don't care how much sex he's having with you. There are certain expectations that these men have of their women. And I don't think you fit the bill. I don't think you fit the blueprint. I don't. And that is not a shade to Quad. Quad went to jail for fighting her husband, y'all, while she was engaged. That's not doctor's wife behavior. Mariah told y'all don't know who Quad is. King is starting to see. King don't want to be tied up in Quad's world like that. Hold on. And I'm not trying to make Quad a bad person, but Quad, you being manipulative. King got caught up real quick, real fast. It happens. Well, you know what I appreciate about him? He trying to get out of it. He's telling his truth. I think King likes you. I think King likes Quad. I do. I'm gonna keep it honest. Does he like her? Absolutely. I think he likes her, but I don't think he's in love with her. I don't think he loves her like that. And y'all not gonna make this man a bad man. Men don't fall in love at the same rate women do. That's what y'all don't know. It takes them years. He's already had a child. It's deeper. That means if he had a child, he was in some type of relationship with the lady that he had a child with. Wasn't married to her, but probably had a long-term relationship, right? So he been there, done that. You different because you got money. Now, they said he was your driver. I don't know if that's true or not. But I think he liked her. I think he enjoys dating her. But I don't think the man wanted to sign up to be a husband and a father overnight. No, I do not. I think he enjoys the benefits that come with her. Sure, I'll go on the show as your date. Sure, I'll travel with you out of town. Yeah, I'll go to the couples event. But quiet, you got caught slipping. You're digging your own grave. You wanted him to move in immediately. Narcissists move fast like that. They love bomb you. And he told you no. He said, I'm not moving in your house. Y'all hadn't even been dating a year, Quad. He said no. It's moving a little bit too quick for me. I was like, okay. At least we know he ain't no damn homosexual. He told her no. I kind of like that. He wants to set the pace. He slowed her down a little bit, right? He slowed her down. He didn't want to move in. He'll enjoy the house, come over. I think he subtly, when I was like, okay, now what's going on? So as I'm looking at, I say, he's sending hints that this is way more than what I signed up for. And every time I give you a yes, you keep moving the goalposts. You know, we were supposed to go to Ghana one time. Now I'm back and forth to Ghana. That's not what I signed up for. I don't care how fun it was at first. I don't want it no more. King probably just wants to date. He probably just wanted to date Quad, not user. He probably genuinely learned. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna give the boy a benefit of the doubt. He probably made a mistake. Made a baby mama. Was like, damn, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that again. Let me move differently. Tried to date her. Have fun with her. Get to know her. But she baited and switched. It was too fast. Thank you, Texas Cannon. She was moving too fast. The man was really trying to date you. That's what y'all say y'all want? And then boom, she pushed him out there. Now you're on TV. Now you're stuck with me. Now you got him going back and forth with your ex-husband. And your ex-husband really didn't deserve. You kind of like lied and King didn't know the full story. Now your ex-husband got kicked off the show. So now King is aware of everything, right? And you baited him and you switched him. And now today in real time, you are expecting this man to operate as a full-blown husband when he's just a boyfriend. Y'all. And y'all say women can be tricky. And y'all say women can't be tricky. Yes, we can. And it's the most untraditional, unorthodox thing. Right? Because he's having to perform on camera. It's all unorthodox. Well, no, he's on camera. This girl is doing this in real time on camera. Saying and doing things, putting him on the spot, and he's having to respond in real time. She's already ran the play in her head. I'm going to ask him on camera. I'm going to cry. I'm going to do this. I told him one time. Now we're going back and forth to Ghana 3, 4, 5 times. Now he's missing time with his daughter. Watch this. You're not going to force his hand. You're not going to win. He told you he wasn't going to move in. And if you think, it's like he's trapped. And he has to figure out how to get out of this trap by doing the least amount of damage to his reputation and to hers. And I know y'all didn't like Curtis, and it's about to come up on the next episode or so. Curtis speaking on their dynamics. Hey, maybe this isn't happening because y'all aren't married. Yeah, Curtis is a cheater. He probably should be the last person to be given advice, but he's right. He's right. At least the women ain't saying it. You see how women are just let each other run off the cliff? Ain't none of her friends said, hey, what next? So y'all have this baby. He already has a baby in another house, right? What next? What if y'all see, the men are having the conversations. At least Curtis is just saying, Curtis ain't getting too much in the business, but he was like, what Curtis is saying, he's trying to be politically correct. I know what he said versus what he meant. What he's saying is y'all aren't married. What he means is, boy, don't you have no baby with that girl if you don't want to marry her. See, the men already know what time it is. Women don't be ready for that level of truth and accountability. Women crash out over truth. He used me. He used me. No, he didn't. You invited him in. You begged the man to move in your house, and he had to tell you, slow down, Kimosabi. Quad is chasing her own life in reverse order. Watch this. In real time, now she wants to be a mom more than ever, more than she wants to be a wife. First, she was a wife and despised being a mom. Now she's single and craves having a child. She's chasing her life in reverse order so bad that she's willing to skip the traditional steps of ensuring that King comes through the door the right way. What you mean, Queen Sheba? That he needs to come through the traditional steps? Here's what I mean. You were just Quad is just recreating a similar situation that King already has. King is not a full-time father to his daughter because he didn't marry that lady. He had a baby. He made the first lady a baby mama. Now you trying to become the second baby mama. You trying to recreate another broken household. He don't want to do that with you. Y'all, he don't want no more kids, and he shouldn't. Give that man a round of applause. He shouldn't want one. If he has no intention of being in the home full time. I don't give a damn. See, the world, now, Ayanna Van Zandt did say something. Now, this made sense. Now, I'm going to have to give her props. The world rewards us for your crazy. That's crazy. So you really want this man to impregnate you via in vitro and not give you no commitment of being in that house full time with you and that baby. You crazy. Just create another situation that he's already created with the first lady and the baby. And he's having to split his time between you going back and forth to Ghana and his first daughter. And if it don't work out with you, and then he's going to go somewhere else and possibly marry somebody else this time, because I guarantee you, if it don't work with you this time, I guarantee you he's going to get married. And then now it's 2 kids, 2 different women, 2 households. Quad, you done lost your damn mind. And that's what I mean. You going out real sad. Real sad. You asking that man to recreate an unhealthy situation, yet another single parent household in the Black community where 64 to 67% of Black households are headed by single women. That's what you're asking for. Y'all, that's a downgrade from her previous life. She's downgrading. She's upgraded financially, but she's downgrading psychologically. You were married. Now your heart craves the baby that you refused to have with your first husband. That could have been your time. I don't know if she's going to get pregnant or not. I hope she does. I hope it works out for them. But what if, let's just say hypothetically, what if if the baby was the goal? What if your sweet spot was when you were married? Because y'all say God don't bless no mess. God don't bless no mess. Well, this is messy. Real messy.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
So now, hold on. Now I told you I was gonna talk my shit today. Listen. So now, whatever is meant for her. I hope if it's meant for her to have a child, God bless you. Especially if there's a meeting of the mind between the two. But if deep down inside, if King don't want to have a baby and you do, but under the covenant of God, you're supposed to have a baby with your husband, and you didn't want to give a baby to your husband because you told Letitia to make good on that baby. Maybe that. What if, I'm just saying, the time is when you're cleaved as one. I know y'all make up your own rules in today's society. I can do what I want. I can go get me a baby if I want one. I don't need no man. I want a baby, I go get a baby. I'm just saying. I think she does want a baby. But what if, I'm just asking, what if the time was when you was married? And I'm just saying, because it takes two. King don't have to stay with you. If the in vitro works, King's not obligated to you. All King has to do is come pick that child up on the weekends. You put him on child support. That's it. You will get left again. You will be by yourself again. Why would you do that to yourself as a woman? You could have had a baby. You said you didn't want one in your marriage. This mentality, y'all, this is a complete downgrade from her previous situation, okay? She denied her husband. Let me tell you what, I hope you didn't curse your future. Let me tell you why I say that. You denied your husband what was normal in a marriage between a husband and a wife, which was to procreate. And you did it from a place of arrogance. You did it from a place of spite. That's why I said she's living her life in reverse order. Now, watch this. I'm going to go just a little bit. I'm going to say something else. Hold on. I'm going to take this away because I want it to be, I'm going to delete this comment. Because that's a miracle for a lot of people. We want to talk about it, right? But we don't want to, say that. So that's why I took that comment out. Let me say this. I don't think Quad. Well, first of all, you denied your husband the opportunity to become a father. The same thing that you're begging King to give you an opportunity to do. Karma. I'm not dancing on you. I'm not trying to rain on your parade. Listen to me. You denied Gregory the opportunity to become a father, and now you feel like King is denying you the opportunity to become a mother if he doesn't agree. If he doesn't go along with it. Your ex-husband, your former husband, was dependent on you saying yes, and now you're dependent on King saying yes. And I hope it works out. I do. I hope it works out. But I think Quad married Dr. G to get on the show. I don't think she was attracted to him. I don't think she liked him that much. Watch this. I think she liked him. I don't think she ever loved him, and that's fine. Whatever. Hence the reason, no, I don't want to have a baby with you. However, you marry him to get on the show, I believe. Didn't really love him, but liked him, could tolerate him. You made a come up off of him. But you ended up despising him, and then you started to look for a way out, which is the same setup you currently have with King. King likes you. He's saying yes to you. He's continuing to say yes to you because he enjoys being on the show. He enjoys chopping it up with the other men. But eventually he's going to start to despise you. We can hear it already. He said, I didn't sign up for a woman that coughed and end up peeing on herself. He don't like it no more. He's starting to despise the things that come with women preparing for a baby. Just like you started to despise the things that a husband would expect from a wife. Dr. G and his expectations of you. Watch this. So you despise your husband. You started looking for a way out, and you found a way out. This is the same setup, y'all. King is looking for a way out. You having a baby ain't gonna keep King. I feel like Quad is so desperate. She chasing her life in reverse order. Marriage has gone out the window. She's literally begging at the end of the episode I watched, this man to please let's do it again. Forget marriage. We ain't even got to have marriage. You ain't got to put no more. That is a level of desperation that I don't want her to have. I'm for real. And I'm sitting here watching this. I was like, wait a minute, make this make sense. And when a man can sense desperation, it's like weakness. Oh, they gonna run. When a man will sense that you'll do anything for them, no, you ain't got to pay for no more flights. I got it all. Oh, you really finna see him run. You really finna see him run because he still wants you to have a little bit of a spine about yourself. He still wants to know that you can be rational, that you got a little bit of dignity. I'm not saying you don't, but listen. He wants to see you poised. Why in the world would you pay thousands of dollars in vitro fertilization just to create another single parent household? King's heart is not into that plan. His heart is not into that plan. Now, King ain't a bad guy. It's okay for us to call out a woman without putting the blame on the man. If we can do that. Can we really talk, y'all? Quad done bamboozled the hell out of this man. What do y'all call it? Y'all say love bombing. King is okay in his apartment or his townhouse. King is okay with being basic. But King is not okay doing all of this for the cameras. Quad, that man not gonna be able to fake it no more. He barely can. He's barely making it, Quad. And I actually quit following him. Let me tell you why. I had to unfollow him. You say, I don't agree with that assessment. You don't have to. It's happening in real time. It's happening in real time. He's having the conversation. He don't want to do it. But listen, I quit following him because I'm watching the play. I was like, oh, he really don't post her no more. I'm not saying they're breaking up. I think he likes her. But what do y'all call it? A slow burn? I was like, I'm not going to watch this. So I unfollowed. I'm not going to watch this happen. I unfollowed. I said, there's nothing here for me to see no more. He's out. You've introduced him to the world. You made him more attractive to other women. He doesn't have to do all that with you to have fun. He don't have to give you a baby and go flying back and forth to Ghana and put himself in a predicament where he's paying for a child and he has to be stuck with you forever just to have some fun and get some sex. He don't. That's all. Most men can't fake that long. So it's going to be interesting to see what's coming up for the rest of the season and how they pan out. Are they together? I think they're still together. But then I started thinking, I was like, this just don't seem balanced. This is like the whole storyline of going to Ghana when you can get services here in the US. And when I really heard her, she didn't say nothing about no statistics and they have better in Ghana, like y'all was trying to say. She said she chose Ghana because she met somebody who was 46 and had triplets. Her going to Ghana did not increase her probability or her chances of the egg implanting to the uterus. She's had 4 rounds, and it still hasn't worked. Why would you continue to spend that amount of money to go to Ghana? That's what he said. He's now, you know, she's not thinking rationally because he's saying, at what point do we snap back into reality? So then I thought, well, wait a minute. Okay, I'm following him, but what's her hesitation? And then it hit me. I said, oh shit, Quad. I said, Quad is desperate for a storyline. She's doing everything to stay here, not only with him, but on the show. Oh my God, Quad, you've shot yourself in the foot. You've put yourself between a rock and a hard place. Watch this. I said, I think Quad is going out bad and sad real quick. She got to do this. She has to make this work. That's her entire storyline. Not only is it her storyline, she got to make this work with you, or otherwise people are going to say she's the real problem in the relationship. It fell with the first guy. Now it fell with the second guy. And yeah, I got to make this work. Please don't do this to me. I've been through so much already. That's a lot to put on a newbie who's just started dating you. That's a lot. Storyline, proving a point to your ex-husband. You made fun of his wife. Oh, that is a lot. And I really don't have, I bet King is like, and I really ain't got nothing to do with that. So King is quickly coming, in my opinion, to the realization that he's not in charge of his world. And King is a masculine man. Let me tell you, men like running shit, even when they're polite. They don't like not having control. And he's not going to let Quad lead him because Quad is about to take him to a place that he never intended on going. Are y'all listening? That's a long-term commitment. Listen to me. It ain't about kids. That's the storyline. He don't want to do it no more because he doesn't want Quad to take him to a place he never intended on going with her. That means being attached to her for the rest of his life. That's why he don't want to do it no more. If he wanted to be attached to you, first of all, if she has his baby, he's attached to her for the rest of his life. I don't think he's gotten there yet with her. I don't think that's not what he signed up for. If King wanted to be forever with Quad, he would have said, hold on. We're not doing this like this until you tell me whether you'll marry me or not. But that's not what he said. He said, the money, the hormones. If King wanted to be forever tied to Quad, let me say it again, he would have asked her to marry him. I know, yeah, some people don't want to be married. A baby, I'm forever tied to you. He don't want the baby because he don't want the forever commitment to Quad. Y'all keep saying he don't want another baby. He don't want a baby with her. Because he didn't sign up to commit forever to her. And that he probably in the mirror like, damn, my hairline is receding. All I know is I met this chick in Atlanta named Quad. We was having sex 15 times a week. That's 2 times a day, average, 7 days a week. And then you take one extra day and you squeeze it in wherever you want to. But on average, that's twice a day, every single day. Okay, I met this chick and we was having a good time. We was flying all around and boom, bro, before you know it, I was in Ghana. Doing what? Bro, they was mixing my sperm with her eggs. I know you lying, bro. I kid you not, bro.
Happy.
Hold on. I'm dead.
I don't want to talk about it.
You just said I'm gonna talk about
Kill it. I get angry. I don't want to.
Pretty much. Did I lie? Did I lie? That's it. That's all. So you serious about this girl? Bro, I just told you I was in Atlanta. I was driving her around. Nice client. And before you know it, nigga, I was on the show. Nigga, they had the camera. Bro, I know you like, nigga, they had the production team. What? Bet. So I'm thinking, and so then wait, hold up, bro. So then she didn't tell me that her this how to get the talk. Her ex-husband worked with her. What, bro? For real, bro? I damn near fought his ass on the beach. Why? You know what? I don't remember. Now that you say it, you don't remember. Bro, is the sex good? Is the sex good? We talking about 15 times a week. Damn. Okay, but how did you end up in Ghana? Nigga, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know. So, bet, watch, right? Boom. So she was in the closet. Boom. She come out. She called me. Well, actually, she texted me and told me, come on over here. The doctor didn't call me. So then she looking sad, right? But in my mind, I can't show that I'm happy. So I leaned up against the door, because I don't want the camera to make me, I just didn't want to seem like an asshole. So I played a part. And I could tell that maybe the eggs didn't, hatch or whatever. And she sat down and she said, the eggs may not, do their thing. So this was that's your time to get out of it, right? Yeah. I sat the girl down and I said, maybe we ought to rethink it. Ooh, thank God you did. Nigga, the girl started crying on camera. What you mean? She started crying on camera. So I said, I didn't anticipate spending all this money. It ain't. The girl says she gonna pay for it. Oh, I know, bro. She says she gonna pay for it.
I don't want to talk about it.
You just said I'm gonna talk about
Kill it. I get angry. I don't want to.
So then I came and I said, no, because I'm trying. So what I said was, it ain't even about all that. It ain't even about the money. But you just said the money. It ain't about the money. It's about the hormones. And I just don't want to see you go through this. Bro, she got me. You didn't get out of it, bro. That's why we here. Y'all gonna have to help me. Y'all, for real. I just ran that down. I'm playing, but I'm dead ass serious. That's how those conversations are probably going. With his really close friends. You hear me? Really close friends. And they're probably saying, you're going to have to break it off. Well, I can't just break it off like that. Because then I'll be the bad guy. Yeah, you right. You show right. You remember when Todd and his boys were pre-gaming before the wedding? And they were talking that pre-dump? Some of them were empathetic. Some of them were not. And then there was one of his friends say, I don't give a damn. Her mama wouldn't be running my house. Trust me. That's how those conversations are going with those men. over happy hour. And I guarantee you, you said now he's hanging with Mendeezy's them. Listen, watch this. And I guarantee you, they're not having sex 15 times a week anymore. You remember when the girl said, "You still doing that?" And she didn't say yay or nay? No, because one of the first thing they gonna do is back up off of you a little bit. Back up off of you to create a little bit of distance. They're gonna start weaning themselves off of you. King trying to get up out of there. And Quad, I'm not saying you're a bad person. I just think that you got yourself between a rock and a hard place. And I think King is fighting for his damn life. But if King wanted to be with Quad forever, he don't need to skip steps to jump right into a baby. See, King is not your average guy. I'm not going to say he's like the best of the bunch. He got some sense about himself. He knows the responsibility of having a child. He has one, but he doesn't seem like the average one that's just going to go out here having baby and baby and baby and baby and baby. I'm sure he's had plenty of sex with plenty of women and has been able to do a good job of not having multiple children. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of them that don't care. They don't give a damn. You get a baby. You get a baby. You get a baby. So if King wants to be with her, he know what a kid means. If he wanted to be with Quad forever, he would have married her. And he doesn't want to be with her forever. That's why he's trying to back this thing in reverse. That's all I'm saying. He can't even stomach her losing her bladder. He's turned off. You heard him describe that. Who describes that? Men don't normally do that when they love a woman. They're not going to tell that maybe when you cough, you pee on yourself. And I was like, oh, shit. She's in trouble. He's so now she's desperate and he's desperate. She's desperate to keep him there. She's desperate for the storyline. She has to have the baby because she talked too much crap. And now he's desperate to get out of it. And it's spilling out. It's coming out. And he's saying things he probably wouldn't say typically, publicly about a woman he's with. But here we are. Here we are. Now, sorry about that. Here's the part that comes in when y'all say a man will be a man. Why? Listen, you want to give him sex 15 times a week? Most men will not say no. It's like, if DoorDash and Uber Eats wants to drop off a prime ribeye to your house every night, twice a day from one of the finest steakhouses in the city, yeah, whether you want it or not, go on, leave it at the door. I'll figure it out. But ma'am, I said leave it at the door. I'll figure it out. That's it. That's all. So why would he let her sleep? Why would he sleep with her 15 times a week? Because she lets him. There's no requirement. He gets sex 15 times a week. That's twice a day on average. So if you do 7 times 2, that's 14. And he gets one get out of jail free card. Okay. He get to plug that one extra day wherever he wants. So one of the days is going to be 3 times a day. Okay. That's on average 15 times a week. He gets to come in and out of her home whenever he wants to, this beautiful multi-million-dollar mansion. He gets access to her job on a very, very good reality show, the #1 show. I think they're saying one of the top shows on Bravo. He didn't ask for it. She gave it to him, just like that ribeye steak that they drop off. Okay. Now he's getting introduced to other beautiful, successful people that he can network with, primarily the men. You see him on camera. Hey, man, maybe we should do our own thing sometime. So now he's locking in, creating his own relationships, get introduced to other successful people, weaning off. Why would he do it? Because she lets him. So now I'm going to carve out a space for myself in this world that you love bomb me with, and I don't have to give you a baby to do it. I don't have to give you a baby to do it. What are you doing, Quad? Are you so desperate that you're willing to give up your body 15 times a week to a man you just met like that? That is not your husband. Number one. Number two, what happens if it doesn't work? Now you're on national television telling the world, including other men, that you've allowed this man access to you that amount of times, who is not your husband. What is another man supposed to do with that? I'm just saying, that's how I know Quad is not in her right mind, because she's not thinking about the repercussion. That ain't the Miss Quad that we've come to know. That's all I'm saying. That ain't the same Quad we've come to know. That ain't no campaign manager over a political campaign. None of this makes sense to me. That is a woman that is desperate for a storyline. That is a woman that is out to prove a point. That's all I'm saying. And I ain't got no problem with Quad, but I hate to see her go out like that. And these are the same conversations. Dr. Jackie can't have it with her because she'll be out of order. She's her provider. See, now, Dr. Jackie, you've crossed the line. Dr. Jackie, in some instances, is kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, because now she's become provider. She can't really give her personal input because it's kind of unethical. It's just the weirdest scenario. And I'm shocked nobody has said anything. That's it. So, other men are watching this. We're watching this. That's not your husband. You're sleeping with him 15 times a week. You tried to get him to move in. Now you're traveling frequently back and forth to Ghana for the same medical procedures that you can get here in the good old United States of America. You're spending thousands of dollars that you could be saving. And I'm with King. You're taking me for a roller coaster ride that's scaring the hell out of me. At what point, I'm with him, at what point do we reintroduce balance? She can't, because she's doing it for the wrong reasons. Quad is doing it to win. Quad put all of her eggs in one basket when she sat down on that reunion stage. And Quad, I'm sure Quad remembers the harsh statement that she made to her ex-husband's new wife when she said, you make sure you make good on that baby. You better give him that baby. And now you're going to have to make good on your baby, because you announced that would be your storyline on the reunion in your husband's face, your ex-husband's face. I'm sorry. I think that's why she's crying, because in reality, you're in the same position that Sweet Tea was in, and you laughed at her pain. You profited. Your reads was on her pain of not being able to have a baby. And listen, that was a very crucial mistake, because now you're in the same seat a year later. Because both of you are having a challenge producing babies that both of you really want more than the men. Now, in my heart of heart, I do believe King is a great guy as a boyfriend. Let me tell you something. Ain't too many men finna do all that with you, and they just dating you. I don't know. Actually, I don't know nobody that would do that with you. So I said, I guess he's somewhat of a good guy to a particular extent. Listen very closely, as a boyfriend. But if King wanted to be a husband, he would be a husband. That's why he don't want to have a baby. Because then he has to commit to your household for the rest of his life in some way or their other. Quad put King in a position to take advantage of her. Quad put King in a position to be able to eat from her all-you-can-eat buffet without having to pay for anything. I don't think King realized he was going to get this much for free. I don't. But he took it. And now he's full. And he don't want it no more. Men are so different from women. Women love a good fantasy. Quad sat there and fantasized about having a baby with this man. Men don't operate from fantasy. That's why women fantasize about marriages. No, women fantasize about having a baby and getting married, having a wedding, the fantasy of it all, the dress, the lights, the cameras, the action. That's why I think Mimi's struggling. I don't think her marriage is bad. I think Mimi is just not comfortable really saying what she needs in the marriage because she probably fantasized about the wedding and didn't really think through what it would take to sustain the marriage. Y'all get what I'm saying? So women, we fancy a lot. Oh my God, this will be so nice. I got this beautiful house. Oh, I just want a baby. I just want to be married. Oh my God, I can see the dress. But nobody talks about the relationship. So men are completely different. They don't sit around and fantasize about shit. As close to a fantasy a man is gonna get is their team gonna win a Super Bowl. That's about it. That's it. So men fear that type of routine. They're scared of those kind of fantasies because they fear boredom. Oh, I don't want that. You mean to tell me I got to sleep with the same woman? Most men, not say all, most men, over and over and over. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. That's why many of them hesitate and make sure that when they do, and if they do marry, is somebody that they've given a lot of thought to. I think King just wants to be a boyfriend. That's it. He don't want to be a baby daddy. He don't want to be your forever. He just want to be a boyfriend. He want to have sex. He want to go to some games. He want to go to some parties. He wants some barbecue. He want to do a couple of tequila shots, and that's it. I think Quad is hell on wheels. And she said she had a horrible attitude. And she said, I'm working on that. So I believe what we see happening in real time, y'all, is that he's had all the sex he can have. Like BB King said, what is his name? BB King, the thrill is gone. It was nice and all. I had a good time. Thank you. And the reality is starting to set in. Do I really like this woman like that? So when you see King looking at Quad, go back and look. It's not a disdain. It's not. I can see his wheels turning. He likes her. But I think he's trying to think, do I like her that much? You see he's looking at her. He's assessing her. That's what he's trying to wait. He's trying to count the cost. He's trying to, is it worth it? Do I like her like that? Some of y'all saying, well, he already has a daughter. Oh, no, honey, it's way bigger than him already having a child. Because if it were that simple, they wouldn't be having this conversation. It's way bigger than that. He would have said that. They keep coming back to the same conversation. Reality is setting in. That man is turning his wheels. Do I want to be stuck with you forever? You got a bad attitude. Big bad Quad. That's what he's thinking. And I don't think he does. Sorry. I told y'all this was going to be a different kind of review, but Quad, you're going to have to tone it down. You a lot. You're a beautiful ball of a lot. But it's reality TV. You can't be doing all that in a relationship. You can't. So You're dominating his world. So much so that his schedule is off with his firstborn child, his first love. A lot of men will tell you, ooh, when I had a daughter, it changed my life. So the love that he has for his child, you're competing with. He didn't mind one trip, but now you're pulling his heart away. Every time he has to stand his daughter up or not go pick her up and get her off of her routine to be in Quad's world, he's becoming resentful. You coughing is now irritating him. Y'all get what I'm saying? Damn, she can't cough? Not no more. Not no more. And that's not good. Because if he starts off allowing you and your needs to trump the needs of his daughter, he's going to set a bad example he's going to set a bad example for Quad. And when you really listen, he's going to set a bad example. He's going to misrepresent what he stands for. If he allows Quad to run all over him and pull him from the stability of his child's schedule because she needs to film and she wants to have a baby, it's going to be a huge setup. And if he gets stuck with her forever, she's going to always feel like she and her baby come first. And then he's going to have to break the heart of his daughter, his firstborn, his only child. And if he breaks the heart of his daughter because daddy's off with his girlfriend, then he's setting himself up for failure. So he would be setting his daughter up for disappointment because this lady on this reality show, her storyline is having a baby with my daddy. And here's the kicker. Quad is the new kid on the block. His daughter has been here forever. He just met Quad and he's already sacrificing a lot. So when you have a routine with a child and a grown woman needs you to be a part of her storyline, a grown woman who you like, but you probably not in love with, and you just thought it was a game at first, but you see real quick, this shit is real. This girl is dead ass serious. And it sounds like he has a very healthy relationship with his daughter and he don't want to mess that up. Yeah. Quad, he out of there. He's out of there. Let me open up the lines real quick. That's all I got. I'll take like 3 callers if anybody wants to get in on this. And I hate it for Quad, but it's going to be hard for Quad. I think Quad, I don't think it's just a storyline either. I think she genuinely likes King. And I think she knows she's not going to find too many men. I'm not saying she can't find one, but there are few and far in between that can handle the level of what word do I want to use? It's tough out there. It's hard out there for it. Let me just say it's hard out there for a pimp. That's all I can come up with. But listen, welcome Almond Joy. What are your thoughts on this?
Quad was in Dirty December with Yandy. She's not thinking about Queen.
Go ahead. Let me
There
hear.
was a clip. There was a clip that leaked on Lipstick Alley. I don't know. Have you heard of that site?
Go ahead.
I'm telling you the info. There was a thread that there are some people suspecting that they're not together anymore, and there was a clip of her and Yandy in freakum dresses looking for new sponsors this past December. She's not thinking about King.
You don't think she's thinking about King?
No, she was in Africa with Yandy.
Let me pull up her social media. Cause I mean, they could have just been for Africa for anything, right? Let me
in
see.
freakum dresses.
I mean, they got the bodies.
Quad is looking for new sponsors. She back in these streets. She ain't thinking about King.
Oh, let me look.
I think they were with Drew or maybe with Portia. It was a threesome. It was 3 of them in Africa. A clip leak. It was blurry. I think it was somebody else filming. So Quad was just happy and focused on what she was focused on. So
you sure right? Hold on, let me see. Hold on, girl. You might be right. She said in 2026, if it's not making me happy, making me money, or making me better, I'm busy. Oh, hold on. Oh, you might be right, girl. She done took all his damn pictures off her page. Oh
She
my
not
God.
thinking about him. She was with Yandy in Africa
You
in her
sure right.
freakum dress in these streets looking for a new sponsor.
Y'all, they done broke up. It's not one page. King is not on her page. Oh my God.
Are you surprised when you get off under, when you're trying to get over one, you get under another. And that's what she did after her marriage. The only thing, in my opinion, she came on that show to prance the young man around, to let old boy know, hey, listen here, you want a young thing? I got me a young thing. And he over here waxing his back. Why you paying that mortgage? Honey, he's coming over visiting. He's got his own place. And oh yeah, I need you to gift me a car. I feel like this was a whole scheme and fantasy that she had in her head. But oh boy, he wasn't on to everything. She didn't. That was a play toy. It's like two can play that game. And Quad wanted a moment. Quad, you embarrassed yourself.
But let's give Quad some credit. This is the only man we've seen her with. It took her a long time to even bring somebody on the show. So let's not give her too much like Destiny. But even though I'm not mad at Destiny because ladies is pimps too. But this is the only
I'm
man
gonna
we've
help
seen
you
Quad
out.
with.
I know. Let her finish, Tosin. Go
This is
ahead.
the only, I'm just gonna, I don't want to give too much to Quad because Quad, it took her a long time to bring somebody on the show. She had been divorced, like 5-7 years before even bringing somebody on the show. So I want to give her some grace. She did take her time. She didn't rush, even though I'm sure she was in these streets dating or doing whatever she was doing. She didn't just bring somebody quickly on the show. So I just want to give her that credit.
Hold on, y'all talking about they been done broke up, but they didn't announce it. They real quiet. We still watching this story. I bet this is so cringy for him and her. I bet he is watching this right now, like, oh my God, his daughter.
And she was in Africa in her freakum dress, ready to turn up with Yandy. Yandy is like, child, I ain't thinking about Mendices. I'm on the prowl. I'm doing me. I'm happy for the girls. If they're separated until they figure out their situation, like Kyle and Mauricio, maybe Kyle and Mauricio are setting the standard. Let's separate for a little while. You do your thing, I do my thing. And then if we want to come back together, we will.
But they married. They were Quad did the most.
Okay. Quad is not married, but I'm talking about Yandy.
Almond Joy. She did the damn most for a man she was with for a year.
She was attracted to him. Maybe she was like, this man is Jamaican. He's dark skinned. He's chocolate. He's giving me what I need. He's filling up my love tank, i.e. Vicky Gumbelson. And she was just riding to ride it out. She rode that Nissan until she got her Mercedes.
You still don't take it to work.
Oh, but Quad is not thinking about King. She was in Africa with Yandy.
I'm going to go ahead and give you some pushback. I got to challenge you ladies, because at the end of the day, we already know the Bravo franchise. When you bring a man on, we are going to do some dissecting. Okay, so King, he got his little squeaky pass as well, but I think that Quad was looking for somebody to go on the show with her, but really, who's willing to get their information pried all into, because we want to know who these guys, just like we found out that he had that car business. And didn't Simone say that the car was not hers? So I mean, it was a facade, and I just think that she should have just gotten her a star player. Let's get into it. I mean, get back into the WAGs. I mean, that's where the money is. I mean, going to Africa and all that, I think that's played out. I think she needs to go ahead and hit the NFL up.
What if Quad is sitting on a good nest egg and she's really like, if I want some dick, I'll get some dick. If I don't, if I want to go out on a date, I can go out on a date. If I want to take some Instagram pics, I can take some Instagram pics. I have a nice little nest egg in my bank account. I've been married. I've been there, done that. And I'm just cool. I'm bicking back and being cool.
I would ride with you, Almond Joy, if she didn't do the most. She did the most. She begged.
But this is Quad. She's Quad Bassett. She has to commit to the part. So you know.
No, is revenge a part of that? Because this was revenge. If you ask me, the way that she treated Dr. Gregory's new girlfriend, new fiance, new wife, I thought that it was very inappropriate. And it felt like she was looking for her moment and she wanted to throw it back up in his face. And I think that every moment that she had, she did that. And the reason why she's not here. So you got to think about her antics and her past. Nothing changed. Okay. Now she really didn't have nothing else because she wanted to prove something to Dr. G. I think we really saw her get into her bag when he was on the show.
Well,
okay, but
on.
let's take. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, let me say this. Joy, I agree with everything you're saying, but you do not have to bring your pet to work to get a piece of this and a piece of that. That's where she messed up. To be successful without her. So now anybody and everybody is probably lined up. See, she got Africa to look for a sponsor. He can get one right there in AT.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm gonna still stick with the fact that this is the first man we've seen Quad with. She's been divorced 5 to 7 years, I want to say. So she didn't rush and bring a man immediately after her divorce. I mean, maybe she got a little crazy. I don't, people make mistakes. Humans, but hey, you lived and you learned. It's better to love than not at all.
That's true. That's true. Good conversation.
But she's got egg on her face, ladies. Let's just say it. She's got egg on her face, and we just gonna encourage her to make better choices and have reliable men with reliable finances. Go ahead.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna go with lies and more lies. She didn't want to bring anybody else on that show until she realized Dr. Greg was gonna be on there with Sweet Tea, and then she sabotaged their opportunity. But Sweet Tea, you helped it because you didn't do what you was supposed to do on that. You didn't do what you was supposed to do on that as a wife. But okay, that's neither here nor there.
But I feel like Sweet Tea was bamboozled. She said that Quad was never around when they were meeting off camera when she was around the lady. So there wasn't really an issue to have with Quad.
She didn't represent Texas. Let me say that.
But how can you represent if you don't have an issue with the ex-wife? They have been divorced.
But listen here, let me tell you this. My Texas girlfriends, they don't, they not getting into, they don't check it at the door, girl. He's not your man no more, girl. Learn your place. Go find you let me calm down. If Quad was pulling those stunts with one of my Houston, Texas girls, Quad would have got her issue. She would have got put in her place.
This is married
she
to
would
medicine.
have known
this
that
is
she
not
was
on the
the
street.
ex-wife. Huh?
This is married to medicine, not the streets.
Now, hold on. I get what Tulsa's saying, because even any of these girls on Married to Medicine would have let them know. Sweet Tea just didn't represent the way she should have as a wife.
I feel like they bamboozled her. I feel like Sweet Tea was so confused because it's like Quad was never around for me to have an issue when we were meeting off camera. So now I'm supposed to have an issue on camera. That doesn't make sense to me.
She was kind of. She was like, I don't mind if Quad is around. You need to mind because he know her faces.
Listen, let me ask y'all this. Are y'all letting y'all husbands fraternize with his exes? Because I'm going to tell you
In a normal situation, probably not. But this is reality TV. So they had to make a show and make it entertaining for the audience.
Yeah. Baby, your grandma can't even call my house.
Okay, so
in a normal situation, no, but this is reality TV, so this is.
But guess what? It was you would have got the reality from me because, baby, I need you to bag up. Security would have been running after me every. They probably would have had to have double security.
But this is Married to Medicine, not Love and Hip Hop. Are we going to discuss Simone having a bipolar fit? Bring it, bitch! Bring it. What was that?
Well, I'm gonna talk about that next one. I said we're gonna say that one I couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah,
I was kind of Team Heavenly because Heavenly was like, look, girl, you doing too much. Simone was doing too much. She flinging Heavenly
No,
hand. She
Heavenly
trying to
doing too
get
much.
physical. Simone was trying to
Uh-uh.
get physical.
Okay, watch this. No, if me and you cool, Almond Joy, and I'm your girl. And girl, we got our game plan for how we gonna come on this show. You know, these other wives are gonna be this and this. I'm talking to you in private. We girls, we friends, and you go behind my back while we shooting and ambush me. Because I'm not talking to you as a cast member. I'm talking to you as a friend. Yeah, you better bring it. Get your big arm off of me. I'm not hugging you. Nah, at this point, you wouldn't feel no kind of way.
I feel like Simone is a hater. I just feel like Simone is a hater. She always has an issue with somebody. Why are you looking at why are you looking at people's addresses and VIN numbers? Like, why do you care?
Probably
I feel
because
like
somebody
Simone
lying on that show about something.
Simone is a hater. She was hating on Dr. Jackie when she was getting all her shine when they did that skincare line and how they showcased Dr. Jackie a lot in the earlier, like maybe before that whole incident happened with Dr. Heavenly. But they used to showcase Dr. Jackie a lot, and Simone would be hating.
But can I just say this, instead of thinking that she's hating, honey, she's just working for that check. Honey, those men are over there running through that bank account. Go ahead.
I don't really trust that either. I wish Simone didn't sell her kids out for a storyline because I don't know if that's really true because the behavior that you're doing on live and
Thank you.
It's not matching up with the storyline. So I don't.
That's the only part I was like, now, Simone, don't be getting us riled up about these boys in your house and you tonight. It's family over everything. What?
Right. People don't even know how to commit to the storyline at least until the season and reunion is over.
See, now how I see it, TV says Married to Medicine is now casting. Leave it alone. Just go with Dr. Jackie, go with Toya, go with Simone, go on and leave Contessa. Quit adding all these new people.
I agree, Queen.
Like, leave it with it. Just leave the OGs.
They need to just bring back Mariah. It's 20 years of Housewives. I mean, let's bring her back. It's been long enough.
If they bringing Nene back, bring her back.
Right.
I don't think Mariah was as good as y'all thought she was.
I'm not a fan of Mariah. Mariah was trying to play high school mean girl with grown ass women who have degrees and running their own businesses. Girl, what did you think was going to happen?
Honey, I want to see those mansions, those roles. I mean, I want to see her go shopping. I want to see the family dynamic. I want to see her husband trailing her around, with wine glass and, at her beck and call. I mean, she's that girl.
I just really think like she must have really been something behind the scenes on Wheels because we have not seen her in another project. She always says she's working on stuff. I'm not being shady, but I'm just saying like I would have think she would have did something by now, but maybe she doesn't have to because she is a doctor's wife. I don't know, but
she's enjoying the finances, something that Quad is trying to do. Go ahead.
Quad had the townhouse and now she bought the other house. So Quad don't be mad. You say these black men are not paying bills. She found a black man that was paying bills and she was able to stack up her money. And when she was ready to go, she had her own coins to go. So, hey, don't be mad. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Right. Thank God she's friends with Tamar. Don't want to see her out.
That ghetto girl from Memphis, Tennessee. She came up and she did what she needed to do. You say these black men don't pay bills, and she found a black man.
I don't know nothing about that.
She found a black man that was paying bills. He wasn't hip hopped out. He was respectable. He had his own practice. He was a doctor. She did what she needed to do.
I don't want to see Mariah back. Mariah, I don't feel like I saw her real life. She was too performative for me.
For me, Mariah, I felt like I'm the nucleus. I'm the queen bee. It's like, you can't play that game with these girls. These women are doctors, degree. Their husbands ain't even running shit like that with them. So how you think you're going to be running shit with them like that?
That's true. And we didn't really see her life. It was performative. It was staged. I don't want to see you in a hijab and showing me that I don't want to see none of that because that's not you.
Do you think they brought Anila on to shade Mariah?
No, not to shade her. I think they brought her on because her husband was a doctor.
Okay. because Mariah said they wouldn't allow her to show certain aspects of her culture. I'm not a fan of Mariah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of
Yeah.
her. I wasn't a fan of her, but I'm just saying what I've heard her say. So,
Yeah, can we
but
give her some grace? I'll say this. If they give Mariah like her own show and we kind of see how it goes from there, then okay, give us like a re-entry or reintroduction. Show us why you should be back up on here. So I'm gonna give her grace and say,
Mm.
hey, are y'all still not buying?
okay, I have
Uh-uh.
another thing.
Uh-uh.
What did you think about Toya? The lighting, Toya at that event, the lighting was very harsh on Toya. Toya was looking, she was not looking her usual self. Did you notice that? When
Oh,
she had on
which event?
when they was at the event and they was all having she was in that two-piece outfit, but it was form fitting. It was like gray. It kind of looked
I
like
think I know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna go back. That'll be our next one that we talk about. I
okay.
think I'm one episode behind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When Angel, what you think about Angel?
Angel, to me, she's given her basketball wives tea. She was
Yeah.
kind of annoying on there too. I mean, everybody's not a reality star. Everybody doesn't need a platform. I'm sorry, Angel.
Thank
It's
you.
okay to go raise your kids and be a nurse and do your little I did like her scrubs. I think that's a
Me
great
too.
idea.
Me too. But she didn't even put them on.
She came out bada bing bada bam, as Cecil said. She did look good in that dress though.
But I was with the guys. Why are we here? Like, did you hear him say, "Why are we here?"
I was like, well, damn, Angel, that was a lot about him. I mean, she did look good in the dress, but I thought she would have had on this the things too. I don't know. She's all over the place. She's confused.
L Bell, welcome. What are your thoughts, L?
Hey, hi Queen, hi Palace, hey y'all. Real quick. So, first off, uh, the Mariah, the Mariah Slammer, it will not happen because she was the program. She literally came up with everything. This was her brainchild, so she don't have to do nothing. She can sit back and be the boss, and that's enough. When you are the boss, you can do that. You know what I mean? That's fine. Let her do that. I don't know. I can't say. You never really know who's being honest or not, or forthright with their whole background story as far as their personal life. Um, but I also, as a Detroit woman, I can say I love Toya Down, but yeah, I think she overstepped with asking that man to his face in front of Angel, well, is she good in bed? Well, wait a minute now, Jesus. I mean, because who asked? Who says that?
That's what they talk about on this show, though.
No, I know that's what they talk about, but I do think that was a stretch. I understand she doesn't owe Angel anything, but I think it was inappropriate for her to say that in front of that man. But I understand what she's saying, because like, don't be trying to have me hook you up with one of my good guys, because they some real ones. If you out here, you already got somebody. I understand where she was coming from, and I wouldn't have chosen to do that. But okay, you know what I mean? It could have gone either way. But to ask that man, oh, is she good in bed and da da da?
But that's how I get what you're saying. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with the new girls. Don't be coming on here trying to change the format of the show.
Correct.
Like Dr. Mimi. Don't be doing all that. You know this ain't no positivity. Well, Toya just called her out. And that's what they do.
Right. No, they
come
be
on
playing
here.
both sides. They definitely play both sides. Dr. Mimi and her and Angel got caught up in that.
So here's the thing.
They don't know which side they want. They don't know
But
which
I
side they want to
do
be on.
agree. I do think Toya did too much. You did break the girl code. You didn't have to say all that.
Angel
like,
ain't her girl.
But I understand her. I understand her being a little taken aback by her bringing him, because it's like, okay, well, did you want me to hook you up with one of my good fish or no?
But are you supposed to sit on your hands and wait until Toya brings you this man? Toya could take forever to bring this man. Toya is
That's why we
Toya gotta do.
That man was
That's why we need Mariah back. It would have been a whole showdown. Y'all know Mariah like to fight.
Yeah, now Mariah know how to stir the pot accurately. I feel like, and some of
Did
these
she
girls,
really
they be trying, but they don't. They just don't. It don't be.
Mariah be tapping too much into her inner drag queen for me.
Right.
Yes,
that's
Quad. Yes,
Quad has turned that down over the years. She used to be turned up on that mess.
What she be doing, Queen?
Yes, Miss Quad, you better.
Okay.
Golly.
Speaking of Quad, I did want to say something about Quad. So Quad, as somebody who has met her and encountered her in real life, she is really truly a sweetheart. But I do think she messed up the play with this because King should have came on, let the man be the man who gonna buy you cars, throw you birthday parties, and whoop whoop wop. All the extra stuff should have been in the background, and that way she could have pushed herself to the forefront, like the self-preservation of it all. It wasn't really clicking because, like you said, to be able to see out long term, because now you're at this point where he don't want to do it, and now the world knows he don't really want to do it like that. You know what I mean? He's gonna do it and try to save face and balance it out. But we're all feeling that, nah, it's not landed where it needs to land. So I personally think she should have let him come in. Oh, I didn't know you was dating him. Yeah, he loved me, girl. Woo, woo, wop. You know what I mean? And keep it moving. Don't bring him onto the show, like you said, and attach him to what you have as a personal brand, because Quad do have things going on for herself. Like, those are the things that you need to be pushing to the forefront instead of making your whole life be about this man that hasn't even proposed yet. I mean, cars and all that stuff, that's not really.
But even Angel, don't be bringing. Yes. So first of all, you brought this man to this damn to your job, and now y'all trying to hide and sit at a table while everybody else is inside. Like, I don't like all that.
I don't either.
Yeah, and now to my she shouldn't have asked me that. Girl, it's go time. They at work. They finna put on a show.
Correct.
And they finna put on a show.
And Toya is known for that. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys know any people or whatever from Detroit. We're really known for being authentic. We really almost don't even know.
Very blunt.
So we're very blunt. We're very straightforward. If we like you, we like you. If we don't, we don't. If we don't have
ain't no in between,
we're gonna ask. You know, that's just how we are. We just come, we shoot straight. We don't shoot all off to the side. So I understand where Toya's coming from in that aspect, because like you said, no, she's at work. What's going on? Because you were asking me on camera, you would ask me 3, 4, 5 times to hook you up with somebody, and now you're bringing this man. Well, who was he? So I understand that. I just think the whole how was she in bed? I think that question, that was the one where I was like, dang, girl, you could have kind of left that out.
But they talk about the size of each other.
I think listen, I think she was.
But don't you think if Angel asked Toya to bring her a man, shouldn't Angel have been on the date the next episode with this man? It's like, what is taking Toya so long?
True. That's facts. That's definitely facts. That's why I said I could see both sides of it, where I don't feel like she really overstepped as far as that. No. Wondering who he is, but Toya should have stepped up and brought her a man. If you got all these men in the wings,
no, I'm not going with y'all. Let me tell y'all why. Angel had that man. See, Angel had that man hidden in the cut. Okay, she really don't want him. Hold on. She really don't want him.
She don't want him.
Because he not NFL, basketball, WNBA, whatever material. And I'm gonna mute you up because, baby, we can hear you eating. We can hear all that plate scraping and everything. Look. So Angel don't want him. So she was trying to see if she can get something better, but at the same time, she got him tucked away just in case I have to get married and there's nobody else out here. Toya read through that. These are OGs. These are OGs that have been on this show for a long time. You're not going to come on here and play with them. So Toya was rude on purpose and blew up her spot on purpose, not because of girl code, but because, bitch, you trying to pretend to be something that you ain't. This holy, in the name of Jesus, when you already got some on the side.
Right.
Whole alert.
Yeah.
I didn't think, is Angel giving off like she's holy? I didn't get that. I missed that.
I don't feel that, especially when you came down at your event with what you had on, like, baby girl, like
that was the Black Jessica Rabbit right there.
That was totally out of the box. So we're talking about being on theme.
Yeah,
like, girl, have on some metallic scrubs or something. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, edition. Like these.
She was giving Black Jessica Rabbit though.
But you know what? I love me some Toya because, baby, I could take care of my man. I could take care of all these girls because I got the coin. I'm not out here just because my man is a doctor. Come on, Toya.
Period.
Okay, let's go back to that. Is Toya, Toya is an Aries, so I feel like Aries women, they're uncomfortable being like led by a man. So do you think that now that the kids are older, Toya is trying to like establish? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, Has she been faking that she was okay with being a stay-at-home wife when really this whole
No,
time she wanted to make her own money?
I
I
always
think
felt like she was uncomfortable with that whole
uh-uh.
stay-at-home wife trope. I didn't feel like she was really happy in that space.
I think she happy. Okay, y'all, mute up real quick. I'm gonna say, and then I think Toy is happy. I think Toy's the breadwinner. So let's be very clear. She said it herself. I'm not coming up with that. She said it in an interview. We played the interview over here. She said, what most of y'all don't know is I'm the breadwinner. I make more than my husband. She put down, was it $500,000 or $250,000
Yeah,
on the
she
house?
put down the deposit. She put down
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay. So I think Toya has created the world she wants. However, like I said today in members only, I think Toya is not socialized. What happens is when you become a stay-at-home mom or you create your own world, even in a beautiful world, and you don't start having socialization with other people, you become desocialized. So that's why she comes across as inappropriate and saying whatever she wants, her and Eugene, because she's not socialized. She's around kids all day. That's why she wants her husband to come home so she can get some adult conversation, right? So what we deem as inappropriate is normal in her world. She's not used to socializing with single women. She's used to women that are married in her neighborhood, in her zip code, hanging out with Simone and Heavenly and their husbands. She's not used to a woman pretending they don't have a man and want a man and all of that. She does come across as blunt and rude, but that's because she's not socialized and she's been stayed at home for a long time. Eugene does a better job because he gets the socialization when he goes to work with the patients and the other doctors and nurses. Toya, not so much. That's all I got.
But she's a girl's girl. You got to admit that. She's a girl's girl. She want to have fun. She want to bring the girls together. But I just feel like her bluntness is exactly what we need for the show. We need to be calling these girls out. If somebody's want to run VIN numbers, who is it? What happened? What are those finances? Like, you girls are trying to bring it, and you done brought a man on the show to try to flaunt in front of your ex, but this dude ain't, the bank accounts aren't adding up.
But
so
Mary,
now you over.
Go ahead.
Now you over.
Go ahead.
Huh? Oh, you over there with Yandy. We already know Yandy. Then Yandy is not the person to be caught in public with. Her husband, her man that went on radio station said, we're not married. Now it seems like they had an arranged. So now Quad is taking the damn Yandy course on to get a man and how to lead a story. That was Kenya's story. And I wish they would leave Kenya and her stories right where she is, off of Bravo. Go ahead.
Hold on, not too much on
Wait
Kenya.
a minute. Right.
Kenya.
Okay, hold on now.
Well, Kenya will rent a man quick. Go ahead.
No, okay,
but back to Toya.
Don't act like Kenya ain't Kenya now. Okay.
But let's not act like Kenya didn't bring Mark on there and was acting like Quad. Clock it.
No, that was her husband and her child's father.
Mark told her not to go back to the show, and maybe she should have listened, because maybe she would have, she wouldn't be in the situation.
Maybe not. You could jump through hula hoops for a man, and it doesn't.
No, I don't even think it was Mark. I don't think
if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. It doesn't matter if you do everything he said. You hop, scream, do crunches, look good, cook every meal, sleep with him 2-3 times a day. It doesn't matter. Like, so
I wasn't saying it from that aspect, though. I was saying that maybe, like, spiritually God was speaking through him. Like, don't go back on that show.
You know damn well. Now hold on.
I'm not.
You know damn well.
No, because I'm like, she's not on the show now, and she left so disgraced because of the Britt Edie situation. Maybe she should have took some time and been with her daughter and hibernated, and then came back to the show when she was more centered.
No, why is Kenya's daughter the youngest one in the Bravo whole scene? And I've seen her more than I've seen a lot of other people's kids. So let's not play with Kenya like her daughter has not been right there. She not.
Well, you're right, because Candy wasn't there.
No, I didn't say anything about Kenya and her child. I didn't.
Hold on.
Okay, maybe she spend more time with the child.
I want to address something. You know damn well God was not speaking through no damn Mark Daly.
Hello, somebody.
I'm trying to see it from a different point of view. I'm
Girl,
not.
that ain't it.
That's too. You stretching too far. Come back, honey. Come back.
I'm
Come
trying
back
to
over
see
here.
it from a different point of view. Maybe God was trying to warn her through her husband since she was so enamored with her
Uh-uh.
husband.
Now you out here acting like Quad.
Come on now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Look,
Please.
okay. I just
Oh
hate
my
that
God.
Kenya went out the way she went out for a one season wonder. Like, girl, really? This girl's not even coming back next season, and you did all that for what?
Miss
But
USA.
But at the end of the day, and for it to have turned out to not even been true and not even to be her, I feel like Bravo had it in for Kenya. Maybe it was
right,
quote unquote
right,
budget cuts or whatever. That
right.
They
And
did.
Kenya fought rock right into the trash.
she felt
Okay,
right.
hold on. Everybody pause real quick. Two, do you have the clip of the Bravo call that we did on this channel? Does anybody have that clip that can send it? They listen to it. They told you on that call. I'm gonna play it for y'all. Somali probably, yeah, she sleep. Does anybody have that clip that can send it to me real quick on Instagram? Okay, y'all go ahead. Bravo did have it out for Kenya, but Britt Edie promised Bravo that she would take Kenya Moore down. That's it.
And she went down right with her. So I mean, that's what happened when you plot and when you know you want to put too much salt in the game. It's a certain amount of salt that's gonna come with the reality TV game any way you look at it. No matter who you are, if you want to be the peacemaker, or you want to be the villain, or you want to be the good guy, whatever the case may be, it's a certain amount of salt. But when you try to put too much on it, is when I feel like it goes bad. And for
Yeah.
her, it went way out of the way. It was too obvious that she had it out for Kenya because you went from trying to be like you were a fan to now you're trying to drag the girl, and it was something else, and it was just like pulling straws from thin air. It was like, what are you talking
What
about?
the hell Bravo was on even this letting this ghetto rat on the set talking about guns. We don't talk about guns on the
No,
Real
we gotta say
Housewives of
pew pew, honey.
Oh
Atlanta.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, sorry,
Don't
sorry,
say it
sorry,
out
sorry,
loud. Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry, sorry, sorry. We don't talk about pew pews on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just like I was appalled when I heard about CPS on Real Housewives of Orange County. I'm like, this is not. I was appalled. Like CPS on Real Housewives of Orange County. What are we talking about? You
True.
know.
But I mean, you also have to realize that this is a business. And when people become like when they are at the level of a Kenya or a Nene or a Candy, you know what I mean? Or a Mariah even. If Mariah came back, you have to pay her coin. And you think they're not thinking about that? Yeah, they're looking at the money.
Well,
They're also
see,
looking
that's
at the fact that yeah, they have to
okay.
pay Kenya more than they have to pay somebody that's a newbie that's coming in. She just happened to
But
be
they
there.
have the money. This, I'm sure Bravo is $1 billion company.
They
They
own
Yeah.
got
it.
the
So I mean,
money.
they want to spend it on us.
Let me read this super chat real quick. Ace with the 5-piece and the pepper said if Kenya was off the show as per Mark instructions, they would have been calling her and Ken and how she felt as a wife and not on the show. She can't win for losing. I agree. I'm glad she stayed. You don't let nobody tell you to come off your job. Plus, Mark is a narcissist. Mark was trying to get Kenya in a way that she would become dependent on him so he could mistreat her. She wasn't supposed to listen to him. Almond Joy.
I'm not saying it like I'm saying it from a spiritual aspect. You're saying it from a control aspect. I'm saying maybe God was speaking through him. Maybe she needed to take some time off, get herself recentered, then come back. Because she was probably on that new wedding high and then having the daughter. She probably was maybe a little bit not centered or maybe not as down to earth if she would have. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe if she
Let
took
me
a break,
piggyback off of you.
Hold
if
on.
What
she
you think?
if she took a break and maybe took a few years and then came back, maybe she wouldn't have made the choices she made with Britt Eaton.
Okay.
That
Let me say this. Remember when she had that one boyfriend and he had come over and bust her window out and was getting
Oh
all
yeah.
crazy? And he even laid hands on Peter. So I think that Kenya was looking for a savior. When we think about the deep rooted issues, she didn't get love from her mom. And we're all looking for that knight in shining armor to save the day. And we want this. I already got the house. Only thing I need is a man and a child. And okay, so it's not coming. Let me go out there and look for it. And I think sometimes we need to take a step back and we need to focus on God and let God send who he wants to send to us. I said what I said. Go ahead.
I agree. Sometimes we want to control everything, and sometimes You just need to be in hermit mode and, you know, take some time for self-reflection. And then when it's the time is right, the circumstances will present itself. So I agree with you on that.
I
And
definitely,
but
but I also
in
feel like,
Kenya's defense, oh, I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying maybe Kenya saw something that we didn't see, right? Because she's in close quarters with this man. He is her husband. They have this child. Maybe she saw red flags that were not visible to us that made her,
Mm.
I am not about to quit my
His
job.
name was Matt.
Right,
Matt.
His name was
Oh,
Matt.
Matt
He was
was the
crazy.
crazy. Yeah, Matt was the one who busted the windows out. Yes.
Yeah, he
And
was
his husband name was
crazy.
Mark.
But sometimes I feel like maybe you're getting, you know, the man you attract is maybe reflecting the energy you give. Like Sheree, you always are dating fraudulent men. Maybe because Sheree, you're fraudulent yourself. Like,
Mm.
you know, like I'm, you know, hey,
It's
I'm just
joggers.
Wait, summer, spring, fall. Summer, spring, fall.
Sheree is fraudulent. I'm sorry, she is. And she's always on the wrong
Allegedly,
team.
allegedly,
Allegedly. So
allegedly.
how are you feeling about Nene coming back? I'm happy
First of
about
all,
this.
Nene's not coming back. It's just a cameo.
Okay, whatever. There, she's back on the Bravo screen, and I know the bitches are mad. I'm sorry. I
You
know the
good?
girls are mad because
Mhm.
she sued the network. She got a settlement, and now they're back. They're back in cahoots with each other. And some people
Well,
was like, "How
Bethany
can
is
she
mad.
do that?"
Well, I want
Bethany Frankel is
as a
mad.
woman, I'm not mad. I mean, hey, I'm not mad. If that's what she want to do,
No,
go
Bethany
ahead.
Frankel is mad.
I
Child,
just
she
feel
over there
like
drinking it up,
I
honey.
just
Yeah,
feel like as a
like,
black woman, it's a thin line between being a doormat and being humble. And I feel like Nene went off on Andy because he brought Wendy on Watch What Happens Live to talk about her family, saying that a show with just her family would be boring. And Nene already told Andy, you don't F with my family. So, you know, everybody always wants to make it seem like she just went off for no reason, but people don't have the steps of the story. I just want to get that clear. Nene, when she left the show, she thanked everybody for the opportunity. She was gracious and she moved on about her business. Andy brings Wendy Williams on Watch What Happens Live. She says that a show with just Nene's family would be boring. And then Nene went on the tweets saying, you know, you're a cokehead, whatever, whatever. And then she made the video addressing him as well.
Yeah,
So
but
I just
who gets to do that at their job and then come back?
Well, I mean, it's a fine line between being a doormat and being humble. Would you let your employer say something about your family? I don't even care if they said your family they dress, you know, they don't dress right. I don't care.
You
They didn't do
still
that to Tamara and Vicky though. I do feel like there was some targeting. I don't want to say racial, but I
Mhm.
do feel like they was doing too much.
At one point, Nene was a monster. You know,
Right. She
she
probably
did
was
lose. She
behind the scenes.
was.
But I feel like as a black woman, it's like it's black and white. It's like you have to be really humble or you know, it's you can't win because if you're
wow.
too humble, they walk all over you. But then if you stand up for yourself, it could be interpreted as you being ABW
So
or
Nene
being
tried
too
to
May
hard
I
to
spit.
say this?
control.
Nene tried to spit on another black woman. That's not cool.
At all.
Well,
I agree.
Kenya, I don't know. I don't know.
But can I
Kenya
say
does a
this?
lot. Kenya
I
does a
gotta
lot.
challenge y'all. Nene did make the show. I missed the show when Nene had that little bob wig
Mm.
and, you know, she was reading the girls and, you know, she got her one-liners that still stick with us today. And when you talk about a black woman and her talent and things like that, see, they had given her power in which I felt like she deserved. She had the connections to where she didn't have to call production. She would just call Andy. You see what I'm saying? So
Or
she's a household
executives.
name and she made the show. They started from nothing. Yeah, so if they started from nothing, who wouldn't be excited? Okay, we getting money now. You know, shoot, we didn't went through the trenches together. You get what I'm
But does
saying?
that
So
mean
I think her
I'm sorry to
different
cut you off.
going to the top was different from anybody else's. She's got it out the mud with these girls. And now it's time for y'all to get out there and get into these rooms when it's time to negotiate for a contract. It wasn't her damn fault that they didn't get the money that they felt like they deserved. She went in there, she knew her worth, and she added tax. I said what I said.
Well, nobody's negating that. I love Nene. I feel like Nene was a huge inspiration to me because during that time when the show was first coming on, I was still in school. So, having an opinion, having a voice, seeing that people will always have an opinion on your life, but then as soon as you have an opinion on their life, it's a problem. So she just gave I really appreciate what she did and the work she did on the show. I'm happy to see her coming back. And, I love it because you're defying the odds. As a dark-skinned Black woman, yeah, I sued the network and I got a payout and I'm back on the network. How
And
you
my
like it
son was
now?
shoplifting. And my son was shoplifting because Sheree called it out back in the day. And I
Oh,
told y'all, I raised my children good. I'm a nice, wholesome woman. But if you step to me wrong, then you gonna get it.
All
Blue.
right.
that
Look, y'all
that
get
was a
that.
little
Hold on,
left though.
hold
How
on.
did that little sun comment was a little left though? I'm sorry.
Look, everybody mute up. I'm gonna play this clip about Kenya Moore, and then we're gonna wrap up. This is now listen very closely. When we got the Bravo call. Here we go. Y'all ready? Give me 1 second. I had to find it. I finally found it.
Hey there, Queen. Thank you for having me. Long time
Absolutely.
listener, first time speaker. I have been listening here. I work kind of adjacent to this industry, and I think a lot of things can be working at the same time. One, production on the ground is rarely ever organized. People are scattered, doing their own thing, not paying attention. I can see a situation where someone hears about guns and pistols in Kenya's name, but in the moment are not connecting that Brit is threatening Kenya. I can see also when it gets escalated that what happens then is, well, we can say Brit makes us uncomfortable, but at the same time, Kenya has a reputation within the network where they're like, you know what? This is maybe strike 4 or 5. We've given her plenty of chances. We're going to wash our hands of this, cool her off for a while, see what Brit can do for us in terms of engagement, numbers, what have you. And we'll. Hey there, Queen. Thank you.
All right, let me find the rest of the clip. But did you hear him? And you know the voice, right? Y'all know that voice, right?
Correct.
Okay. So what he was
Yes.
basically saying was, look, they were tired of Kenya. Y'all got that part right. Y'all got that part right. However, Britt came in and laid out to the network what she can do. That's the first thing. The second thing is he went on to describe Cynthia's role in helping to take down Kenya Moore. But but I lost. I mean, I didn't lose it, but the rest of that is on mine. But he called.
I mean, Nene always said that. Nene said that Cynthia has a side that, people don't like to pay attention to
Cynthia's
or
a
they choose
mean
not to
girl.
see.
Cynthia's a mean girl. She comes on here and she prays it for the cameras, but I'm telling you, listen, y'all are going to learn. Cynthia, you're a mean girl.
Oh, and look, we're
She
gonna end
did.
on that
She
note.
did.
We out of here. I gotta get ready for good night. Listen, she not mean. She was nice to me. I interviewed her, so I gotta hold the line for Cynthia.
Correct. But
All right.
Cynthia, you did blindside Nene. You did use the Peter bitch comment to sustain another storyline for the next season. You did do that.
Well, look, thank y'all for coming up tonight. I gotta go. I gotta get ready for another live. I will see y'all
Okay,
a
she's
little bit
booked and
later.
busy. Bye. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Queen.
Conversation. Thank you, Elle. Thank you, Tosa and Almond. Y'all have a good night. And thank you, everybody, for
Kisses,
tuning
love.
in. Mwah. All right, y'all. Bye, Facebook. Sorry we kept y'all so long. We're out of here. I'm going to get everybody. All right. Bye, everybody.